Houston, Texas, September 2023. The roar of 70,000 voices fills NRG Stadium as Beyoncé Knowles Carter commands the stage during her Renaissance World Tour. The air vibrates with anticipation, sweat, and glitter, but in the middle of her fourth song, something shifts. Her eyes lock onto someone in the crowd. Her microphone lowers slightly. For 3 full seconds, the most controlled performer in music history freezes. Security radios crackle. Her dancers exchange confused glances. The audience senses something unscripted is happening. What comes next will become one of the most talked-about moments in concert history. If you want to see how a global superstar handles the unexpected with pure grace, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because stories like this don't come around often. This isn't just about a surprise reunion. It's about what happens when your past and present collide under the brightest lights imaginable. It's a humid Saturday night in Houston. Beyoncé is halfway through a nearly 3-hour performance that has been months in the making. Every light cue, every costume change, every note has been rehearsed to perfection. The Renaissance Tour is a celebration of Black queer culture, house music, and liberation. It's also a homecoming. Houston is where Beyoncé grew up, where she attended St. Mary's Elementary School and later the High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. Tonight, she's performing in front of friends, family, and thousands who have followed her since the Destiny's Child days. The stakes are deeply personal. She's not just Beyoncé tonight. She's Giselle from 3rd Ward, and somewhere in section 118, seated in the lower bowl, is someone who knew her as exactly that. The woman's name is Tanika Williams. She and Beyoncé were in the same 5th grade class at St. Mary's. They weren't best friends, but they were friendly. They worked on a group project about the solar system together. They sang in the school choir. Tanika remembers Beyoncé as determined, quiet unless she was performing, and fiercely focused. After elementary school, their lives went in different directions. Tanika became a social worker in Houston. She raised 2 kids. She never stopped following Beyoncé's career, but she never imagined their paths would cross again. When her sister surprised her with Renaissance Tour tickets for her birthday, Tanika cried. She wore a silver outfit in tribute to the album's aesthetic. She didn't expect to be seen. But Beyoncé has a gift. She sees people. The setlist is deep into the 2nd act. The stage is bathed in purple and gold light. Beyoncé is performing Plastic Off the Sofa, a slow-burning ballad about devotion. It's a rare moment of stillness in an otherwise high-energy show. She walks to the edge of the stage, letting the live band carry the melody. Her eyes scan the audience as they often do during this song. She's connecting, reading the energy, feeling the room. And then she stops. Her gaze lands on section 118, row F, seat 12. Tanika is singing along, tears streaming down her face, holding a sign that reads, 3rd Ward Forever. But it's not the sign that catches Beyoncé's attention. It's the face. The recognition is instant. Beyoncé's expression shifts. Her eyes widen slightly. Her mouth opens just a fraction. She takes 2 steps back from the mic. The band continues. The crowd doesn't notice yet, but her team does. Backstage, the stage manager's voice comes through the headset. Is she okay? A dancer near the wings tilts her head, watching. The lighting director keeps the cue rolling but watches the monitor closely. Beyoncé's head of security, Julius, steps closer to the stage entrance. They've worked together for over 15 years. He knows her body language. Something is happening. Beyoncé turns slightly and makes eye contact with one of her background singers, Tiffany, who's been with her since the Lemonade tour. She mouths something. Tiffany nods. The unspoken language of a tight-knit team kicks in. Whatever Beyoncé is about to do, they'll support it, even if they don't know what it is yet. Tanika feels it before she understands it. The woman next to her nudges her. She's looking at you. Tanika shakes her head. That's impossible. But Beyoncé hasn't looked away. She's smiling now, a real smile, not the performer's smile, the one her classmates saw when she aced a spelling test or got picked to sing the solo in choir. Beyoncé brings the microphone back to her lips, but doesn't sing. Instead, she speaks. Houston, y'all mind if I take a moment? The crowd erupts. She raises a hand gently, asking for quiet. I just saw somebody I haven't seen in a very long time, somebody who knew me before all of this, before any of this. She points towards section 118. 70,000 heads turn. Tanika's heart stops. Security is immediately on alert. Julius speaks into his wrist mic. Stand by, she's about to bring someone up. 2 team members move towards section 118, but Beyoncé waves them off. She doesn't want this handled like a typical crowd interaction. She walks toward the B stage, a smaller platform that extends into the audience. The band shifts into a soft instrumental. She kneels at the edge of the stage. Tanika Williams, is that you? Her voice is warm, intimate, as if they're the only 2 people in the stadium. Tanika nods, unable to speak. The big screen zooms in on her face. She's crying now, overwhelmed. Beyoncé extends her hand. Come here, girl. Come see me. What happens next surprises even her own team. Beyoncé doesn't wait for security to escort Tanika. She hops off the B stage, a bold move considering the 6-inch heels she's wearing, and walks into the audience. Her bodyguards scramble to adjust. Julius moves quickly but knows better than to interfere. Beyoncé reaches Tanika's row. People part instinctively. She pulls Tanika into a hug. A real, tight, long hug. The kind you give someone who holds a piece of your history. The stadium explodes. Phones are everywhere. But in this moment, Beyoncé isn't performing. She's remembering. She's honoring. She pulls back, still holding Tanika's hands. You were always so kind to me, she says, her voice caught by the mic still clipped to her ear. I never forgot that. Tanika finally finds her voice. You changed my life, Giselle. You changed all of our lives. The use of her birth name, Giselle, sends a ripple through the crowd. It's intimate. It's real. Beyoncé laughs, wiping a tear from her own cheek. We're going to catch up after this, okay? I mean it. She gestures to one of her team members and mouths instructions. Then she turns back to Tanika. Enjoy the rest of the show, love. She hugs her one more time before making her way back to the stage. The crowd gives her a standing ovation as she climbs back up. She takes a breath, centering herself, and signals the band. The show continues, but everything has shifted. Backstage after the show, Beyoncé keeps her word. Tanika is escorted to a private lounge area. No press, no cameras, just the 2 of them, a couple of team members nearby, and 20 minutes of conversation. They talk about St. Mary's, about their teacher, Mrs. Parker, about the solar system project where Beyoncé insisted on being Saturn because of the rings. They laugh. They cry. Beyoncé asks about Tanika's kids, her work, her life. Tanika asks how Beyoncé stays grounded. Moments like this, Beyoncé answers, moments that remind me who I was before the world told me who I had to be. Before Tanika leaves, Beyoncé gives her a handwritten note and a gift bag with exclusive tour merchandise. The note, which Tanika later shares with permission on social media, reads, "Thank you for seeing me when I was still learning to see myself. Love always, Giselle." The moment goes viral within hours. Videos flood TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, but the commentary isn't just about the surprise, it's about the humanity. In an era where celebrity interactions are often curated and controlled, Beyoncé's spontaneous recognition of an old classmate feels revolutionary. Fans dissect every frame. They praise her for stepping off the stage, for using Tanika's name, for making space in a meticulously planned show for something unscripted. Social workers across the country share the video, celebrating Tanika. Educators reflect on the power of kindness in childhood. Cultural critics write essays about the importance of honoring your roots. The moment becomes a case study in authenticity. But beyond the viral moment, there's a deeper lesson. Beyoncé's career is built on control, precision, and excellence, yet her willingness to pause, to be vulnerable, to honor a connection from her past, shows a different kind of strength. It's the strength to remain human in a world that constantly asks you to be superhuman. It's the understanding that the people who knew you before the fame, before the fortune, before the legend, hold a mirror to your truest self. And sometimes, recognizing that person in the crowd is just as important as delivering a flawless performance. Tanika didn't expect to be seen that night, but Beyoncé made sure she was. And in doing so, she reminded everyone watching that no matter how high you rise, The people who believed in you when you were still becoming are worth stopping for. So here's a question for you. Who's someone from your past that shaped who you are today? Someone you'd stop everything to acknowledge if you saw them again? Drop their name in the comments. Let's honor the people who saw us before the world did. And if this story moved you, share it. Subscribe for more untold moments that reveal the heart behind the icon. Because the best stories aren't always the ones that are planned. They're the ones that remind us we're all human, no matter how big the stage.